Craftadia Survival, a lightly modded survival multiplayer server that has been pretty successful in its first 2 years. The server is just now celebrating its second birthday, and they definitely have done a lot of things right. It is a great place for people to hang out, be friendly, build something, and not have to worry about it getting griefed. I wouldn't have spent the last year and a half of my life making videos for this server if I didn't like it. It is a good server. However, after 2 years, there are a lot of problems that have appeared that I don't think have been properly addressed by the staff. There's just a lot of things that players are kind of complaining about, and I kind of hope that some of it gets fixed. So here are just a few of the problems that I see with the server. Now, I need to start this video off by saying I am not trying to generate any hate for this server. I quite actually think this is an amazing server, and I want them to continue to do well. I don't want anyone to take away a negative feeling from this video. It is definitely a negative video. I'm pointing out flaws in a server that we all play on, but I hope I can propose some solutions to the problems and maybe, get the staff to actually do something about it. I'm hoping the end goal for this video is that some staff are actually watching and will take what I say to heart. So with that out of the way, the first and probably biggest issue that I have right now with Craftadia is this tower at spawn. What the heck is this? Why is this floating? Why is this build incomplete? Finish your spawn, guys. What is this? What am I looking at? All right, with that joke out of the way, the first true thing that I have a problem with on this server is the lack of staff. There have been a lot of days where I log on and I'm on for 6 hours straight and I don't see a single staff member. This has been going on for the last 6 to 8 months. And that just comes down to they need to hire more staff. I know the server has money. They sell tons of crates every time crates come out. The server is not poor. I think the big issue here is that the owners care more about their other servers than this one. This one's making them money, and I think they're just, looking to do other servers. We have Arazi worrying about that other server whose name I can't think of right now, and I'm too lazy to Google and figure out what that server name is, so I'll just post a picture of it here. And, other owners that just I haven't seen online in months. So a good solution here is for them to just hire some more staff. Now, helpers are unpaid. As far as I know nothing about how owners in mods and admins get paid. For all I know, nobody gets paid but Arazi. But I have to imagine that the admins and other owners are getting some form of money from the server. The server is a business. We all have to remember that the bottom line is this is a server to make money. All servers that use monetization are there to make money so the server can stay open, pay for good admins and mods, and everybody's happy. So let's keep that in mind throughout the whole video, that they do need to make at least some amount of money. But hopefully they put that money to places that actually help. So, talking about staff, we've had a bit of controversy with the staff, in my opinion. We've had some staff that got demoted for, silly reasons. I'm not going to name any names or bring up any old drama, but there's just been, people getting promoted that maybe don't deserve it, and then people getting demoted who maybe don't deserve it. There are a lot of good staff, and I am happy when I see somebody move up the ladder and, maybe go from a helper position to a mod position, and, maybe they start seeing some money. I don't know who gets paid. So I don't want to say anything falsely, but it is nice seeing good staff members move up the ladder. But they maybe need to get more. They just need to get more. We don't have enough staff to cover it during prime time. If I'm on during prime time and there's 170 people online and there's no staff, then we just have problems, and that's something that they need to address and hopefully do better here in Season 3. So next, I want to talk about the Season 2 to Season 3 transition. You guys did a way better job this time than last time. The whole 5-day notice for 5 slots was horrible, and everybody agreed, and you gave us a whole month notice this time. A lot better. However, the owners need to make sure the staff members don't say things that they actually don't know the truth about, because we've had mods and helpers say that it was going to be months until we see season 3, like possibly till the end of the year. And then we suddenly get the owners say, oh, it's a month away, which a month is a good notice, but you need to be careful that you don't have, mods and helpers saying false information and misleading players to think they had more time to finish their builds. So, moving along with the topic of Season 3, I have a few suggestions that I think, you can take with a grain of salt. And anybody watching this who isn't a staff member of Craftadia, comment down below if you like these suggestions, and comment your own suggestions. I think I'd like to hear it, and maybe a staff member will actually read it in the future. There's only one way to find out, and that's by trying. So, I think for the next season transition, or if you can quickly implement it for this season, but probably not likely, there should be a way to reward people with the money that they have left over, because that money is going to disappear. Right now, you gave us a big vault, and that's amazing. However, there's no players selling any items to help poor players get items into their vault, if you know what I mean. So maybe there is a shop that appears in spawn like 3 weeks before a season ends, and you can use that shop owner to buy, a random, like it could honestly be a random draw. Like you could have a crate where for $1 million in-game dollars or whatever, you could get a random item that could go in your thing, and they need to be bad items. Like it needs to be something, but I don't know. I don't have a good idea here, but there should be. Here's the bottom line: there should be a money sink for the in-game money, because that's just going to disappear and vanish for these people like it never existed. There should be something they can sink money into. I think in general, the game needs more money sinks. And what I mean by that is a way for money to get sunken into and disappear from the overall economy. So there needs to be something that people are buying, like giving money to the computer. I understand we have a mostly player-based economy, and that's amazing, people selling and buying with each other. But there should be a way for money to exit the economy permanently. Because right now, we make money off of gemstones, we make money off of actions in game, and overall, more money just keeps being produced and produced by players. Eventually, we need a way for that money to disappear forever and get sold back to the computer. So they really do need to re-implement a way for players to lose money. Otherwise, we just keep getting inflation, and then by the end of the season, it's impossible for new, younger players to buy anything, because everything's getting sold for outrageous prices because there's no money being lost. But otherwise, I'm happy with the season transition. Yes, I'm a little panicked to finish my build in time, but I think we'll get there. So moving on, let's talk about the events. I like the events. The events are a money grab, which... Okay, I need to stop being so negative. The events are a way for the server to make money and players to get rewards for it. So it's a fair trade, in my opinion. But the events have become the same thing every month. I have no reason to buy a crate because it's the same thing as last month with a different name. That's where I'm having issues here. I would like to see a rotation of different events. So, like, yeah, there can be a crates associated with every event, but the Easter egg hunt was the exact same thing as the lantern hunt, which was the exact same thing as the last hunt, and the hunt was the same as the hunt before that one. And the location where we find the lanterns or the eggs feels like it's the same every event. Like, the players just have to run out there, check the same 15 spots where their lantern might have spawned, and then, oh, they found them all, and okay, let's go home. Like, I'm sure there's some other events that we can think of. I would like to see a PvP event on the server. And this would obviously be a keep inventory, moderators online PvP event where you have like an arena and you have to queue up and then you wait in a queue and then it'll like matchmaker. Like, I'm sure something like that could be developed, and then you could have monthly PvP events or every 2 weeks. And, the rewards wouldn't have to be anything major. Grand prize, like the whole event would take maybe 2 hours probably. And then at the end of it, grand prize, they get a couple mega keys or a special particle for that month, or something that they, a crown hat that they only keep for that month. And then once the next PvP event starts, their crown hat disappears from their inventory. I don't know if there could be something like that. Maybe a plot of land that they get to hang out at. I don't know. You could think of something. So next, I want to talk about the questing system. The questing system was amazing. Once you guys added that in, very, very good job. I like the questing system. But where are our monthly quests? Coming soon for the last 8 months? No monthly quest. Like, it can't be that hard to come up with a monthly quest and implement it, in my opinion. Just, something that's going to take a long time, something really grindy, like break 0.5 million blocks, or, just something that people can just sit there and grind out and then get a nice reward for. There are a lot of different things that you could use for that monthly quest, and just no one has, and that feels lazy to me. It feels like the server's been neglected, and with that neglected feeling, let's talk about the feedback website. The feedback website was one of the best things, in my opinion, for the future of Craftadia. You guys are going to listen to what we have to say. You're going to read them, you're going to process them, and then either deny or approve or respond, give comments. Like, I was excited. And it was good for the first, few months. We had actual change happening, and then it kind of went stagnant, as if the feedback site was forgotten about. For a very, very, very long time, I saw nothing being changed or read or approved or denied. There was no change happening. And then suddenly, somebody, I think it was Config or Resilient, somebody came through and approved and denied and marked them as copies. And yeah, the feedback site was active again. And then all those things that were marked as approved took 2 months to a year to actually get in place. We have things that were approved a year ago that have still not been in place. The pets not being fixed. Yes, you did a pass on some of the pets, and some of the pets were fixed. There's still a lot of pets that weren't properly fixed, as far as I know. But yeah, they're still out there, not fixed. And yeah, I have issues like that. And then the last thing that comes to mind for me is a lot of players wanted another rank above Dragon Rank. Dragon Rank is the highest you can have. It gives you the most amount of plots, and yeah, Dragon Rank is a lot of money. It is something to really strive to achieve. Then you added B Rank, which was a way for people who don't have the money to be able to spend on the server to get more plots and have a rank in chat, which I love. That was a very, very good addition. And then you added the Piglin rank. The Piglin rank is a problem with me. I have a problem with the Piglin rank, is what I'm trying to say. It is a temporary cash grab. It is a true cash grab from the server, in my opinion. It's just a way for the 3 people who spend the most amount of money to get notified or to get recognized for a month, which is fine, but it's hard for me to really appreciate it. This is I have money system only. I disagree when a game adds something that is behind a paywall. Any game, it doesn't matter what it is that's behind a paywall, I find issue with it. One thing I have a high respect for is a game called Warframe. If you've never heard of it, it's a grindy game. This game, you could spend 1,000 hours playing this game and still not unlock everything. However, as far as I know, every single item in the game, it can be bought with real life money, or you can acquire it by grinding. And I think that's fine. As long as it's not locked behind a paywall, that's fine. So I'm not saying they need to remove Piglin Rank, but the fact that it, like, they need something that's the equivalent of it that you can somehow achieve by grinding in game. I think they need to add more ranks that can be achieved by grinding, to be honest. There should be a way to get, the same amount of claims as a dragon rank just by doing something in game for a long amount of time. That way, people who don't have the money but do have the time can... Because typically, if you don't have the time, you probably have the money. But if you have the time, you might not have the money. I'm not making any sense here. Okay, let's move on. Oh, one more thing that I do want to add here at the end is the YouTubers. I really don't like false advertisement, especially on this server. And all of the voting sites say that we have active YouTubers, new YouTubers. I've never seen a YouTuber online besides myself, and I don't count because I'm below 1,000 subscribers, so they don't recognize me as a YouTuber. In case you guys didn't know, the only reason I've been told by a staff member, the only reason I don't get YouTube rank is because I don't have 1,000 subs. So as much as I appreciate you guys spamming, Kevil for YouTube rank, you can keep doing it. I kind of like it when I see it, but that's the reason why I don't have YouTube rank, just so y'all know. But I do dislike that they say that they have a lot of active YouTubers and then there's 0 online. So they really should bring in some YouTubers or stop advertising that we have YouTubers. It's one of the two. Pick your battle, pick which one you want to stick with, but don't lie. Stop lying. So I do hope this video wasn't too long-winded, and I hope that this video maybe brought out a few discussions that can actually be helped and improved upon. But next video is going to be a lot more positive. I do want to, do some nostalgia stuff. This is Craftadia month, so expect a lot more videos, and I will see you in the next one. If you are staff, thank you for listening, and if you're not staff and you made it this far, please leave a comment down below talking about positive things or negative things that you have about the server, and I promise to read all of them. So I'll see you next time, and goodbye.